So I just turned 26 and I quit my job. I never thought I never thought that I would be in this position like so early in my career. Like everything that I imagined, growing up, working, getting a job, getting a house, getting a family, like everything, it's just so different from what I envisioned. And like I said, I never thought that this early in my career I would be throwing in the towel, I guess. But not throwing in the towel, but I just feel like it was something that needed to be done. And in all honesty, I feel a lot better. I graduated in 2024 and have been working in my field for 2 years. And I feel like within a year of me graduating, my perception of, I guess my goals and career, like it all just morphed within like a year. And it went from, me graduating, getting into this company that makes well above where everyone else in my field was getting paid. Like I was getting paid well above average for my profession. And even then it was like, Jesus, man, like I hate this. It's just funny how things change or how fast things can change. So yeah, I graduated in 2024 with my master's. And I graduated in 2022 with my bachelor's. And right after graduating from grad school, I immediately got a job, which is another blessing right there. Like I got a job with this company like damn near through word of mouth. Like the CEO called me after I sent in my application. He called me and I had mentioned someone that I had worked with under in college. I worked under someone like during grad school, and then he hired me right on the spot after name dropping that guy. So that was a blessing right there. And like that was an example of how things just kept rolling and getting better and better. But like within a year, like I said, I look back on myself and I look back on everything that I had done, like with this company and or just in my career in general. And I don't know, it was almost like everything I did was for someone else. And I want to touch on that. I want to touch on a few things actually, more towards the reasons why I made this choice. The first reason that I would honestly say is that the ceiling was very much clear within this company, or just in my career in general, the ceiling was very much clear. And what I mean by that is that, longevity wise, for certain things, you can very much tell, like, I can be here for a long time, or like, I can only be here for right now, or maybe the next year, or even then, it's like I can see the end. I can see the finish line from the start. It's like I get promoted and then that's it, or I just hope to become a manager one day. And that's kind of like, I don't really see anything with this. And I get, like life is like that. That's how life is, right? We don't always get clear signs. We just kind of got to figure it out. But for me personally, the ceiling's never been clear for me. And that it's kind of like there is no ceiling for me. Like every aspect of my life, I've never seen anything in my life and said, I can see myself topping out here, So that was the first thing that started to bother me. It was that I just couldn't see myself growing. And I can't really explain that too much further. But anyone who's been in this situation, how I feel, right? It's like you've been working and then the fruits of your labor just are not being reaped. Another reason why I feel like I needed to just make this choice. I was doing other people's jobs. Basically, like I was doing work that did not align with my job title. And I know that's normal and all, but I don't feel like it should be. And I was doing it better than these people, and they were still getting paid more than me. Like I had an entry level job, right? So I wasn't getting paid six figures. In the area that I live in the most expensive county in America, which, it might have changed by now, but still it's up there. If it's not number one, it's number two. So like I moved up here for work. So the reason why the pay is normally so good is because of, the area that I'm in. So I'm doing other people's jobs basically. And I know you can just say, oh, well, why not just don't do their job, bro? You don't have to do that. Well, the reason why is because if no one does it, right, then the work doesn't get done, and then everything just falls apart. And the people with these positions, right, bro, it's almost like they got picked up off the street and just thrown into the big boy pants, making well over six figures, just sitting on their ass, not doing shit. And then when they gotta do shit, they don't know what they're doing. Like, like they don't know what's going on. They don't know how to do their jobs, and it's like they just rely on other people to do their jobs, and they do it. Well, the reason why other people do their jobs is because either one, like I said, they don't want the whole project to fall apart, or two, they're just doing it out of the kindness of their hearts. But I did that shit for maybe a year, and I had so much work. I think the most I got out of it was like maybe a $25 Amazon like gift card. Like I'd ask for a raise, and they'd be like, "Well, you have to work for the company for 3 years to get a raise." And I'm basically like, "Bro, I just like backpacked like the entire region with one of our brand new clients. Like basically, just put the whole region on my back." Like it's just funny to see, and like I think another thing that kind of discouraged me was that it wasn't even just my company that was doing this. It was the client that was also doing this within their own company as well. So there'd be like entry level people that work for the client that I talk to, and they talk to me, and they'd say the same thing. They're like, "Yeah, bro, I'm getting shafted, bro. Like I'm doing so much work. Like I'm talking about people that are entry level, like doing manager jobs, and the people that they are managing are making more money than they are. Like I'm so dead ass serious. Like it's wild." And that kind of rolls into the third thing that I just couldn't put up with. And for some context and clarity here, like I work in a semi, or I guess worked in a semi blue collar, semi white collar setting. There would be days where I'll be in the office all day, and there'd be other days where I'm in the field all day, balls sticking to my legs when I get home, sweating in my jeans, like blisters on my toes and shit. And then there'll be other days where I'll be in the office, air conditioned, drinking Slurpees and eating catered shrimp tacos and shit. But like, anyways, I saw both sides of these clashing worlds, I guess is a better way of putting it. It's like in the field, your work shows, but your work doesn't really get appreciated as much. But in the office, your work doesn't really show for real. And your work doesn't really get appreciated unless you're kissing ass. And to my point, the third reason why I really just couldn't put up with this shit is it was the amount of dick sucking from top to bottom. Like, no matter how high or low you go up in this social hierarchy system that they have in these workplace settings, bro, the dick sucking is just so prominent, and it feels like it just gets worse the higher you go, right? Like I'll be in the field with the grunts, right? Just in the field with the guys, with the soldiers, I guess. And it's like they're doing so much work, and they're getting so much work, and they're getting like this promotion dangled over them like a carrot on a stick. And they're like, "Yeah, like if I just keep doing this and keep doing that." Mind you, bro, like these are like entry level 19, 20-year olds doing manager positions. Like they're managing people in their 40s, and they're making more money than them. So it's just like cheap labor for these companies. So the grunts, they stay where the grunts are. The grunts stay where the grunts are. And the people up top who just haven't been in the field in God knows how long, they just dictate everything. They sit up there on their fat asses making $200,000, $300,000 a year while literally not doing shit because everyone else does their jobs. It's like, dude, this shit is so ass backwards, bro. Like, mind you, I've been in this shit for 2 years. Like, not that long at all. And like, I actually want to reel it back a little bit. So this is my first like big boy job. Like, y'all can't see me, but I'm using like air quotes right now. And that's because like before college, I was like, all of my money that I made came from me selling shoes, or me selling clothes, or just I can't even speak, extracurricular things, like my music. Like if anyone's watching this, on my Stone Cold Slope channel, like, that I made music. I may return, I don't know, but that's another video for another day. But basically what I'm saying is, like, I had like opened up LLCs, I sold websites, like I was always doing something. I always found my own way to make my own money. So for me, I've always had that mentality of like, I don't really have to, like, why do I have to put up with this shit? Like I could just make my own money. And I think that going to school, going to college, then going into grad school, and then after that, taking my certification exam, getting licensed in my state. Like, I put in so much work for this shit, like for this career shit, that I kind of just, it made me yearn for something new. Like, it made me yearn for something new, like in a career. Like, I've always wanted to be my own businessman, and do my own business. But it's like now I'm grown and I can't just wait around for one of my projects to pop off. Like, I have to make money now. I have bills and shit, right? So on the other end, or on the flip side of it, a lot of people, I feel like, especially a lot of people in these workplace settings, um, they've never tried anything by themselves. Like, they've never gone out and tried anything and failed. Like, they've never tried anything. They've always worked for someone, and it's always like, it's been like yes sir, no sir. Like, they dropped out of school and went straight to the workforce, and it's just always been like that for them. And like, mind you, there's nothing wrong with the 9 to 5, right? For anyone who's like about to get into the workforce, I just want to say, bro, like, I recommend you to bring some knee pads or something, bro, or like a floor mat or something, because the dick sucking is just, it's insane. Like, it's so prominent, like from top to bottom. And like, there have been times where the company that I was working for, they potentially put employees at risk for losing their license. Like, no bullshit, potentially broke state laws just to please their client. And I'm like, bro, okay, like, I get maybe the client is keeping the lights on right now, but it's like, dude, this is some serious stuff. And then it's like, oh, well, the client's always right, so we gotta do what the client says. And I'm like, bro, all right, bro, sure thing. Like, this type of shit that just had me so blown. And I'm like, this is crazy. And then there would be other instances where I would be doing my job and someone else would be doing their job. And then someone else would just be doing fuck all, like literally not doing anything. And then we'd have to pick up the slack. Like, we'd have to work extra hard just to get the job done. And then, like, when we bring it up, like, if we bring it up to higher management, it just gets pushed aside and undermined. It's like the whole group project thing from grade school. I know y'all remember that shit. It's like there's always that one dude in the group project that's just fucking off on scrolling on his phone, like talking to girls and shit. And it's like, bro, can you lock in? Like, some of us actually care about this, you know? And it's like a big ass daycare. It's like high school all over again. For me to go into the workforce at 24, which I admit is kind of late, but I mean, we'll make an exception. I was in school and shit. But for me to come into the workforce at 24 and then just be immediately like warped into high school all over again, it's just like, bro, what is going on here? Like, there's so much drama and people are acting so childish. Everyone is cheating. Like, everyone's cheating on their partner, like their wife and their husband, especially in the office setting. It's just a very weird thing. Like, I don't understand. Like, boundaries were always being overstepped. Everyone was just so immature, right? And like, everyone was making like 6 figures, like well into 6 figures. And I feel like the only people who weren't making that much were the people who were actually like locked in and actually doing the work. I mean, it's like, it just didn't make sense to me. And I take back the fact that I was working 10 to 12 hour days on salary, and I come home and I'm just fucking wasted. Like, I have to go to the gym, so like add another 2 hours to that. And then I basically just eat and go to sleep. And then I wake up and I have to deal with fucking high school drama all over again. And then I start looking at how much I'm getting paid, and then I'm like, it's like the thoughts starting to roll in. It's like, if I just did my own thing, then my livelihood wouldn't be contingent on some multi-millionaire, probably billionaire, who I'm just working my ass off and making buku bands out the ass for this guy. He probably doesn't even know I exist. Like, if I just did my own thing, like, my next paycheck, like, I wouldn't have to worry about a paycheck or how I'm going to eat or pay the bills. I could just, have my own money. And those thoughts start creeping in again after, I've been living on this side for so long. Like, I remember when I first sat down with one of the, I guess you could call him a client rep. I'm going to be very vague here because I don't know how companies are, bro. Like, they might come in here and fucking tie me up and force feed me gelatin if I speak too much. But like, one of the client reps, I remember going into his office, right? Because he had some questions about the contract with our company. And I go in there and, bro, I feel like he didn't know that maybe I wasn't supposed to be seeing this contract that he showed me, but it's a contract that my company basically drafted up for them, for the client. And he calls me into his office and he's like, well, I got some questions here. And basically he wanted it to show that if there's ever a time that I needed a replacement or I was taking PTO, he wanted to see the resume of the new person that my company was sending to cover for me. I'm like, okay, cool, I guess. But I'm like, okay, fuck all that shit. Bro, I look at how much my company is charging these guys. Bro, they're making $27,000 a month off of me alone. Like, just off my head. 27K off my head, bro. And I'm like, bro, like compared to what I'm making monthly, that shit just blew my mind. Because I'm like, I'm working so much, right? And I'm pretty sure like the people up top who just shake hands and kiss babies all day, like they fly around all over the US just shaking hands and meeting people, and they be like, oh, we have a great service for you and all that shit. And I'm like, bro, all they do is talk to people and they go home. Like, I don't know what the fuck they do at home, but like, I'm pretty sure their lives are a lot easier at home than mine is, right? Like, they have more time. I know that for damn sure. But like, I'm out here slaving, bro, and they're making 27K a month off my head, bro. Like, oh my God. Like, I remember seeing that shit and it just blew my mind. I'm like, holy crap, bro. I'm literally just a cash cow for these guys. And like, if you combine that with the amount of people that were at my position, which is like well over 200, almost 300 people, like, bro, you do the math. You do the math. Like, I'm like, holy shit, bro. Like that changed my whole perspective. And that's another thing, bro. And honestly, this goes into the fourth point. There are so many people that are just so money hungry in upper management. It's like the higher you get, you'll see it all trickles down. Like, I don't know if I'm rambling now, but I'm just being honest, bro. Like, it all trickles down. Like, you'll have people that are way, way up, right? And they're not in the field anymore. Like, they got different designated teams and people who just dictate everything that happens at the lower level that don't go to the lower level, right? So, so then, since they're not going to the lower level, you have people from the lower level like me who are going up, right? Like, also in the office, right? Because I'm in the office and I'm in the field. Like, that's why, like, I would call my archetype the bridge. Like, if I had like archetypes in workplace, I would be the bridge. Like, I was the bridge between upper management and the people who are down in the field getting shit done. And because I'm on both of those sides, I see both of those people. So I'd be in meetings with upper management and we'd be like, okay, well, we have issues here, right? Like, there's a deficiency here, like, you're the ones who are spearheading this. You're the ones with all the say, with all the money and like moving everything. So we're presenting this to you, right? And honestly, every time they're like, oh, just do whatever costs less. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but things that cost less get fucked up later down the road, right? And it's like, okay, now, well, like, oh, my client, right? My client. I'm like, bro, like, it's almost like they try to cheap out so they could save on their bonus later. And that's kind of all it is, right? Like, my client has another client that they work for, right? So my client, right after my client is doing something for another client, and that client sometimes oversteps my client and comes straight to me. So now, like, my boss's boss is coming to me and asking me questions because my client is lying to them. So my boss is lying to their boss. So my boss's boss comes to me and asks me, like, to clarify. And I'm like, bro, I'm just an entry level dude making entry level money. Like, all of y'all are making $200,000, $300,000 a year. Like, why can't y'all just sort this shit out? like, you think for the amount of money that these people are making, right? Like, you think that they have some sort of decorum or like don't even, like, I don't even know, like, coherence, like, where they could communicate with each other, like, on a more professional level. But it's like, bro, I was just done being a mediator, and in situations that were very much simple. Like, the outcomes were just like so simple. Situations could have been solved so simply. And it's like, these things are just so ass backwards. And it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, this video is getting pretty long, so I'm going to wrap it up here. So my take away from all of this, right? What I've learned from this experience is that there's always more that you can do, and there's always a door that you can walk out of. There's always a door you can walk through, and there's never a door that you can walk through and not walk out of. No matter how deep you feel you've gone, or how far behind enemy lines you may think you are, you can always go back, right? You can always try things out, and if they don't work out, you can always try again. Don't be afraid to go back, right? Anyone who's watching this right now, I encourage you. I'm not gonna say quit your job, but if you feel like there's something out there that you can create and you can own, right? Like you can truly own it, because that's another thing, right? It's 2026, and like, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, we don't own shit. Like my generation, I'm Gen Z technically because I was born in 2000, so I think I'm like between Gen Z and millennial. Like I don't really keep up with all that bullshit, but anyways, that they're trying to make it impossible for us to own anything. Like rent is super high, everything is subscription based now. Like you don't even have the rights to some things. I just saw that Sony's trying to take away like physical game copies. So like, oh, like now you have a privilege. Like it's a privilege to play this, and it's a privilege to own this. So I saw some crazy shit where they're trying to make the 401ks private equity. Like I don't know how true that is, but I got to do some more research on that. But I mean, it's getting to the point where pretty soon in the future, we're not gonna own shit. So for someone in my age, our age, I would always encourage you, bro. Like go create something. Like create something. Take your time on it. Like take time out of your day. It was more like I always told myself that if I work more, I don't have the hours right now, but if I work more, if I have more money, then I can quit my job. And then like once I have more money, I can quit my job, and then I can finally do my work. But it's like fuck that, bro. Like just do it now, because if you keep saying that, like I'll do this and I'll do that, I'll do this first, and then I'll start my own business or I'll start my own whatever when I have more money. Then it's like, well, how much money is more money, right? Like you'll just keep pushing it back. Well, I mean that's what I did, anyways. But I would just say, please, man, like go build something, go create something, because what you put into the universe, right, is what you ultimately is what you're gonna get out. Like I know you hear that shit all the time, and I know it's corny as fuck, but it's true. You create something, you own it, right? Like unless you sell it, you create your own LLC, get something that you can generate your own income off of, so that when boss man comes through and says, hey bro, we don't need you anymore, thanks for all your hard work, and he kicks your ass to the curb. I'm not saying that will happen, but it's always a possibility. But I mean, it's always a possibility that your own startup will fail too, right? But I think it's less of the financial aspect of doing your own thing and more of the mental aspect, like the perseverance aspect. I feel that I got that in me at a young age, like the hustle mentality. That's a better way of putting it. But bro, if you don't have the hustle mentality, bro, you're gonna fall victim to this system that is just training us to be robots, like literally just training us to be LLMs. I feel like it's just yes sir, no sir, I'll do this, I'll do that, like just training you to be like that your entire life. So just morphing you into this cash cow for anyone who's out there actually running companies. Like every employee is just being like transformed into this cash cow that just does whatever, because like pretty soon, bro, shit is gonna be so expensive that people are gonna be handcuffed to their jobs. Like I feel like we're already there now. But yeah, man, I just had to get up here and let that out. It's been on my mind for a while. If you want to stick around, subscribe, like the video. I don't know if I'm just gonna be up here yapping or not, or if I'm actually gonna do something different, but I've always seen these videos, I guess. Like I've had an influx of videos of people just playing old games like my age, and well, not the games, but people my age playing old games and coming up here and just talking about shit. And I always told myself I was gonna start journalism, but I just don't write. So I feel like this may be a better way of doing it, maybe a little bit more intuitive for me. I mean, one, I like video games. Two, I kind of, like I said, wanted to get into journalism, so killing two birds with one stone. But yeah, also, I'm not quitting my job and starting a YouTube channel. Like this isn't like gonna be my new career. Like I'm not like I'm not dropping everything and becoming an influencer. It's just something that I wanted to do. And like if I find another job that pays higher, like I may take it, but right now I'm happy. I'm just happy to have that headspace, a clear headspace. And I have a lot of other things that I've been working on, other projects, and I'm just happy that I have the time now just to work on myself a little bit more. But yeah, hit that like button, subscribe. I'll catch y'all later.